Hey, how are you doing? How is everybody doing? Uh, ah, face back. Didn't it did that to me? Anyhow, how are you doing? How is everybody doing? It is a beautiful, sunny-ish, windy-ish PM here in beautiful Edmonton, Alberta, and Dr. Miriam Sekandi here in the break free zone. How are you, Dr. David? How are you, Pauline? Hope everything is fine. Yeah, I'm here. I'm so excited. As usual, I'm always excited about things happening in my life. I get too excited about things happening in my life. And one of the things, Pauline, do you see yourself in that picture? There's a picture there. Do you see yourself? There. Beautiful babies. That's my baby. Beautiful babies are there. I love being here with my babies, my family. Yeah, so I'm so excited, as usual, always excited because of something that is happening tonight in exactly T-6 hours. The doors will be open and we shall be starting our virtual fireside experience. And this is an experience where we shall be delving into being you, finding you, locating you, reconnecting with you before what society told you you ought to be. Society has told us who we need to be right from the beginning, right from when we are born. We are told what to do, where to go, where not to go, how to move, how to sit, how to cook. Society has told us all these things, and it continues to tell us even today how things should be. So, most people are very frustrated because no matter how much they do, no matter how much they show up in society, they still are frustrated because society doesn't seem to be satisfied. And the reason society is not satisfied because you cannot stay in actor mode all the time. Even those actors we see in movies, at some point, they become human and they don't walk around with the actor names. We might know them by their actor names, but because they act in more than one movie, we can't know them in that with the movie name. So we have to know them by their actual name. So even you, you have you on the inside, and then there is you who society has asked you to be. Hi, Praise, how are you, darling? There is you who society has asked you to be. And when I was posting, I think a couple of days ago or maybe yesterday, I don't remember. I so many messages come through me and I share them with you guys in different ways. I will either come on live or I'll post them, and as they come in. And one of the messages that came in for me was your unique voice, having your unique voice. And when I was meditating upon your unique voice, I started thinking about different individuals. Like so many people are scared. They are freaking scared of even coming on to speak live. But when I talk about you embracing your unique voice, it doesn't mean that you have to come on and speak. Each of us has a different gift that we are given. For some people, it's cooking. Others, it's acting. Others, it's singing. Which reminds me, I have to remember something about singing. Someone remind me if I forget. It's cooking, singing, acting, whatever your gift is. And when we say, you step up and share your gift with the world, it doesn't mean or your voice with the world, it doesn't mean that you have to come on and necessarily speak. Maybe at some point you have to speak. But, sometimes you just need to look at that gift that you were given and step it up and share it with the world. Speak through songs, speak through writing, if writing is your gift. Speak through acting, speak through dancing, speak through cooking, speak through whatever message you are given. It might not be in form of physical words or whatever, verbal words, but it might be in form of something, like that art piece right here. That's a beautiful art piece that, it's a present that was given to me by my beautiful sister. That's a drawing of sorts. I don't know whether it's a drawing or it looks more like a drawing than a painting, but that someone is speaking through that art. So even you have that voice, but a lot of people's voices have been silenced based on, what society wants you to be, what society wants you to study, how society expects you to show up, how your people want you to behave. And so you see people when they are dressing up, for example, they say, oh, I can't put on that because of where I'm going. What will people think? Or I can't wear, I can't wear that dress. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do that. The whole time we are twisting and turning ourselves and, like trying to fit into these little boxes that society has told us are appropriate. But then we get there and we are pissed. We are pissed. Inside you're dying. You're like, I don't even know why I'm here. You are not even happy to be there because you didn't show up as you showed up as an actor. And part of what this experience is going to be, that experience that's starting tonight, it will be held every Friday at 8 p.m. MST, Mountain Standard Time. Do the conversions online. You can get conversions, honestly. I tried to convert and it's easier for me to know 8 p.m. MST. You can, if you really, really, really want to be there, if you really, really want to embrace who you are, if you really, really think this is your calling to stop being an actor and take on your true persona and take on your true gifts, your true dreams, and take on who you are. Remember who you are, because there is nothing you're going to learn. You're not going to learn who you are. You already are. You are just like chocolate-covered almond. The almond is inside there and you're just covered with chocolate. You just need to peel away the chocolate and you will find you. And then you can show up as you are meant to be. So this will be an opportunity for you to show up, and it's going to be it will be a Zoom call. And, if you don't have Zoom, you would have to let me know real quick and get Zoom up on your phone or on your gadgets, on your laptop, and show up, and we shall be delving deep into who you are, why you are, where you are internally, where are you, how are you showing up into the world, and how would you you'll be able to see how your life would be different, how your life would change just by embracing who you are. So many people keep praying and hoping that their lives are going to change, but your life is not going to change if you are in actor mode. When you're an actor, and you're in a house and you're eating the food and you have a fake family, that's not your real family. When that movie ends, you go back to your family. This is why people spend sleepless nights. I get people who tell me, oh my God, when will this ever end? They spend sleepless nights, shaking, and some of them crying and wondering when this nightmare will ever end. And all you are doing is you're still crying in your movie. You need to step out of the movie and go home. Because, as long as you're trying, that's why, when I hear people complaining and saying, oh, there is this girl, I did so and so much for her, I did this and that for her, and I never got anything back, not even thanks. It's because you are doing it expecting thanks. You are doing it in actor mode. You are not doing it as you, because the you who is on the inside would be led by intuition to know whether you're the right person to help that person or not. We have to get to a place where we trust our intuition. We trust the messages that come to us on the inside. All the messages come to you on the inside. Everything you want to know is already there for you to know. But it is that step of tuning in and saying, here I am ready to tune in and to connect and, to listen and to follow the prompts that I'm being given by my intuition. Now, just a caveat. Sometimes when you rediscover who you are and your path, and you get to a place where you need to follow your intuition, some of the things you might need to be doing might not make sense. They might not make sense to the people around you. They might not make sense to the people in your circle. They might not even make sense to you. But because you're in alignment with who you are meant to be, because you're in alignment with what you are meant to do, you are going to see things start falling into place for you. But right now, if you are doing what you think you need to be doing and nothing is falling into place, it's simply because you are not in alignment. Just that simple. Alignment, when it's kind of like a train. If where the train tracks meet, I can't see because of comments. So if where the train tracks meet goes, if they are supposed to meet like that and they go slightly off, even 1 inch off or just off, there might be a disaster. So a lot of times, my thing is to the side. It can be to the side. Anyway, so when the trains are off, that can cause a big disaster or a derailment. So this happens with us as well. Every time we are off, things don't go right. Every time I feel off, I always have to go back and ask myself, and this is something I do every morning, what am I supposed to do today to be in alignment with my calling? What do I need to do today to be in alignment with my gifts? What do I need to do today to be in alignment? And what does that mean? So when I show up personally, I show up because it's a message that has been placed on my heart. I have asked, and intuition has led me to say, you know what, this is the message you need to take forth. And that's the message I bring. I may, sometimes when I don't have time, and I hate that point, when I don't have time, when I feel I need to go live right away, the message is so fresh and I cannot, I will write a short blog post or just a little picture with something, but then I feel that I need to come on, but sometimes my schedule doesn't allow me to do that. So I will share that with you. So when you see some of those short messages, know that they are coming from somewhere deep. There is something deeper that sometimes I can't really explain except in a few words. And those for whom they are meant to see that message, they will see that message, and hopefully it helps you. So even for you, you like hiding behind a screen and not allowing yourself to share your message, you're doing two things for yourself. You're causing what they call spiritual constipation. Where did that word come from? I don't know. Probably downloaded to me right now. Spiritual constipation. You have a message in you. You have a message you're supposed to be sharing with the world, but you are being mean about it and holding it in. So what ends up happening is you have good things that are supposed to be coming out, but you hold them in and you bottle them up, all because maybe you're afraid of what people will think or how people will judge you. I just assure you that people will judge you whether you show up or you don't. For me, I would rather people judge me for showing up. I would rather people judge me for taking action, because you know what? I have done something other than people judge me for not taking action. And I don't even care about whether I'm being judged or not. But I don't care if they judge me when I've taken action. But I can't allow not taking action to be in my way, because I'm afraid of what people are going to think, And when you take action, interestingly, like when I offload my message to you, as I speak to you, by the way, I don't have a script, but as I speak to you, I receive more information. I keep receiving more information. And for me, I affirm these things to myself as well, other than bottling it up and hoping that, no, I can't say that. I can't do that. I don't even know how those people do that. I don't know how people show up. I don't even know how people can push live and go on a live. Blah, blah, blah. If people can go on a live and talk about whatever with, drunken stupors, and they have thousands of people listen to them, why wouldn't you come on and have a few people listen to you? Because at the end of the day, it's important to make a difference to that one person you are meant to impact that day. You know, sometimes we think we are impacting people by helping people in our physical lives. People who come to us and we, as we say, use us. Someone comes to you and they use you, and then you get so upset because they are using you, and then they walk away and they are ungrateful, and you're like, I spent all this time, I did this for him, you look at all the things that you did for this person and they were not grateful, and you're pissed. When there are people who are waiting to see that heart, there are people who will be grateful to hear your message. There are people who will be grateful to hear your song. There are people who will be grateful to see your dance, you know? Which gets me, I've spoken about the dance. It reminded me of the music. I was thinking, and I was like, okay, so many people come online and, you know, people hear all these messages on YouTube, on whatever, and there's all these motivational messages. And someone was commenting and saying, oh, there's too many coaches, there's too many speakers, there's too many this and that, oh my God, whatever. And I always say it's kind of like a choir. You know, it's like a choir. If you have one person sing, it might sound beautiful. But when you hear a harmony, you hear the bass, you hear the alto, you hear the sopranos, you hear the tenors, you hear all those voices together in a beautiful, what do they call it? Not a blend. What's the word? What's the word when a choir? Harmony. When you hear the harmony, you know, it's beautiful music. If you've heard some of those big, large choirs, there is beautiful music. So if you're hearing a message over and over again from different people and it keeps scrolling across your screen, you know that you are meant to hear, you are meant to listen and to do something with that information. I repeat, if you're hearing so many people speaking about the same thing over and over and telling you about it, you're meant to be hearing it. But my biggest message for you today is that you are very, very powerful. You just need to embrace that. Take that. Take who you are. Some people say they know who they are. I assure you, for me, I'm still unfolding. I'm still personally peeling back the layers of who I am. If you know who you are, kudos to you. Wow. Kudos to you. If you already know who you are deep, deep, deep. I know who I am, but I am still discovering more and more and more of my greatness. More and more. There is, as I peel back layers, it's like, you know, the chocolate gets darker, the chocolate gets richer. I discover things that I forgot. It's not that I didn't know. I just forgot who I was. I forgot who I was. I forgot who that free girl who, and the best times, I think I was talking to my daughter about this, the best times that I really, really connected with who I was were the times I was most rebellious. If you can remember, those of you who were never rebellious, thanks, you need to jump out of that movie, because that movie, it's got to end. Honestly, it's got to end. It's a movie. Because every time, I remember I was actually telling my daughter about a time when it was called a French leave when we escaped from school. It was called a French leave. When I took a French leave from school, and I remember the moment I stepped out of the school gate and the gatekeeper was out of sight. You know, he saw me leave, and I had a leave sheet of sorts. I don't remember if it was real or forged, but whatever. I stepped out, and the minute he was out of sight, I could no longer see him. I started jumping and running and skipping, and nothing in my bones, nothing in my life at that moment felt guilty about what I was doing. I felt so free. I felt I felt victorious. I felt so victorious. And when I remember those moments, I want to be that again. I want to be that unhinged person. I want to always be that person who's not bound by rules, bound by structure, bound by laws, bound by this, bound by that. I want to do the right thing according to my calling. And when I talk of going rogue, for example, it doesn't mean that going rogue means killing people or making people sick or hurting people. No. If you're called to share a message to the world, then you share that message without worrying about anybody and anyone holding you back by rules. The rules say, oh, you have to deliver your message like this. You say, no, I'm just going to deliver my message the way it comes to me. If the rules say, you've got to sit upright, or you've got to make sure your lighting is perfect, make sure you have everything around you, screw the rules. I almost said a worse word. Screw the rules. I don't care about the rules. I will share my message because my message is not bound by lighting. My message is not bound by how I sit. My message has to come out when it's ready to come out, because that is who I am. My intention is to help you, to empower you to set yourself free. When I see people saying, oh, Jesus came and he set us free, I see people who Jesus came and he set them free, but holy cow, are they bound? They are so double bound. And I'm not saying Jesus did not come to set anyone free. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying people who see themselves as set free are bound. I've seen people who are so worried about who they date, so worried about what kind of job they have, so worried about how they walk, so worried about what car they should drive because they have to fit a certain status. So bound, so freaking bound. And my calling is to empower you to break free from those fucking chains, because those chains hurt. When you're lying alone at night, when you wake up in the morning and your heart is pumping and pounding and you're wondering, oh my God, I have to go to that job again. Oh my God, I have to face my in-laws again. Oh my God, I have to do this again. Oh my goodness, how is this day going to end? I don't have this. And your heart is beating hard. And then you put on a fake smile to face the day because you're in a movie and you have to smile. I'm here to help you get unchained from that. And that is partly what the fireside is about. I'm so excited for those who are going to join me in the virtual fireside event, because this is the beginning. It will be every Friday, 8 p.m. MST, and we shall be going deeper. You not seen nothing yet. I am fire when I'm in those places, because there is fire. And you know what fire does? Fire forms. Fire softens iron. Fire softens. Fire transforms. And that is partly why we are on the virtual fireside. We are going to heat up. We are going to transform. We are going to transmute. And you're going to see magic start to happen in your life. But this is not for the faint-hearted. This is not for those who are not ready to see changes in their lives. This is not for those who are ready. This is not for those who want microwave results. It's taken me years to get to where I am today, to remember who I was before society told me who I need to be. Society told me so many things. This is what you need to study. This is how you need to show up. This is how you need to be a wife. This is how you need to be a mother. This is how you need to be this and that and the other. It took me a while to unwind, to unchain myself and detach myself. Hi Rehma. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're fabulous. Thanks. It's because I stand in my power. When you stand in your power, it will show. Thank you, Rehma. How are you doing? How are you doing, Sandra? How are you doing, Maliza? How are you doing at Praise? Muzungu, Rita Lynn, and how are you doing, all of you? Wilson, hey, Moses, Emmanuel, Jojo, thanks for joining, guys. But anyhow, I hope this message kind of helps people, because so many times we are bound by systems. And personally, I'm a rebel, man. I don't do when somebody tells me something, I look at it, and if in my bones, if in my skin it feels it doesn't align, I don't force myself to do it, because when I force myself to do it, I get frustrated, and you know what happens? I freeze. Anyone out there who feels the same? You're told you need to do A, B, C, D in this order. I freeze. I swear I freeze. I just need to know what needs to be done, and then I will channel how it will get done, and you will get your results. But I freeze if I'm told A, B, 1, 2, 3 in the same order. I don't function like that. And I'm glad that, when I think back now, I am glad that growing up, I never ever managed order. I never, order was tough for me. And, it scared people off. For some people got scared because they were like, oh, she's the wrong crowd. Some people told their daughters not to even move with me, but now their daughters are here hanging out with me. Be careful who you hang out with. She's unhinged. But that unhingedness, I look back and I'm like, you know what? That was me trying to come through, but society kept putting the lid back on me, on the box. I was trying to escape from the box, and society kept putting the lid back. If you feel you're ready to escape from the box and say, screw that, you'll excuse my language, because sometimes I need it for emphasis. But if you're done with fitting in the box, the box is square, you don't feel like you're square, and the box is trying to make you square by, get society putting you into a square box, yet you don't feel square, you're welcome to the virtual fireside, because there we are going to break free. Oh, thank you, Mali. Oh, I have so many stories. You have no idea. Sometimes I have so many stories. That's one of the reasons why my book is taking so many shapes, and I'm like, I think I need to be writing an encyclopedia of Miriam's encyclopedia, because there is something for every letter in the alphabet. There's like 100 stories for every letter in the alphabet. But yes, constantly for me, it was going against the grain. And I don't know whether so many people were hurt by it, but I don't think so. But I don't think so. Like, honestly, going rogue and going against my battery is going low. Going against the grain doesn't mean that you hurt people. No. Going against the grain means that you find who you are, and you don't have to follow what everybody is saying. Because what everybody is saying, okay, thus far you've walked with what everybody is saying, but you are not happy. So why stick with it? Why stick with it? How about you try being you and following your intuition? You may wonder, how does this happen? Well, I get to show you how in the virtual fireside experience. You will learn how. It will be every Friday. Every Friday, we'll be connecting via Zoom. We start tonight. We start tonight in about T-minus 6 hours. Less than 6 hours. We start tonight. If you're interested, let me know. I will send you what is needed. It is only $44. Only $44 to hang out and change your life. You've probably paid thousands of shillings and dollars and pounds and everything to do things that you're not even happy about right now. You've paid so much to even study things that you're not using right now. So let's go. Let's do this. If you're interested, let me know. I know there are some people who are afraid of showing up in a group and being vulnerable. That's okay. I started there where I was like, I don't want people to see me. I don't want people to see me drop my name. I don't want people to know that I'm in that group. I started there until I was like, screw that. Because you can't keep hiding. You've been hiding right now. Yes, you're in the open, but you've been hiding in the movie. You need to step out of the movie role. You're not an actor or an actress anymore. You need to step out of that movie role and embrace who you are. Yes, Pauline freezes too. Absolutely. I freeze. I freeze. And when I freeze, nothing happens. I can spend a week and then I start beating myself up and I'm like, why aren't I making progress? Why aren't things going the way I want to? I want things to go this way. I want things to go that way. And I beat myself up and I'm like, okay, now I need to restart. So sometimes I feel bad when I succumb to it happens. I've spent years, I've spent 40 years following it. So it happens. It's hard to unlearn. But it's the determination and the daily, I remind myself that I am meant to show up as me. Daily, I do remind myself and I say, here I am, ready to show up as me. What is my message for today? What am I meant to be learning today? How am I meant to be showing up today? And I receive the guidance, I receive the intuition, information drops, and I live to be me. And I love it. I love it. I don't know whether it shows, but I love it. So if you're ready, if you really want to embrace who you are, my network is acting up. But anyhow, yeah, my network was acting up. But anyway, if you want to connect with who you are meant to be, who you were before society told you what to do and how to do it, and all these little boxes that you're supposed to check off. You know, a lot of us are like, you have those boxes that you need to check off. Society taught you. The reason why you've not checked off a lot of boxes is simply because you are not being authentic to yourself. So I invite you to join me on the virtual fireside. It's a self-empowering event. There might be some healing, not sure, depends on who's there and what comes through and what shows rears its ugly head. But whatever rears its ugly head, we shall deal with it. We shall heal those places where we have to cut off what doesn't belong to us. You have to take off the stuff that doesn't belong to you. You don't have to drag around these personas. Don't drag around your costumes. Stop dragging around your costumes from a movie. You know, when Will Smith goes from one movie to another, he doesn't drag around his costume from the past movie. He doesn't drag around the name, the whatever. He goes into the movie. When he's going home, everything stays on set and he goes home. You know, you need to do that for yourself. You need to stop, get out of actor mode, get out of actress mode. That's spirit for you. That's your message. Hope it spoke to somebody. Let me know who's interested. If you're scared of dropping your name here to say you're in, then send me a message inbox. Some people prefer to come inbox. They are like, oh, I didn't want to drop my name yet. That's okay. It's steps. It's baby steps. You start inbox and then you come, you know, afterwards you come out. Some people are still like playing it small, and that's okay. We all started playing it small until, you know, I still get told that I'm not playing big enough. I'm told that I'm not showing up as powerful as I need to be. And so every day I say, okay, people see power that I don't see. I feel as if I'm showing up, but they say I am still playing it small. So I am like, how do I need to be bigger? And I listen to spirit and I do a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. So if you're interested to, you know, get yourself bigger, if you're interested to expand into places that you are called, send me a message, drop your name. I'll share with you the information. I'll share with you the link. I will also put the link down here. I'm not typing right now. It's okay. Whoever is meant to be there will be there. Will let me know that they need to be there. Otherwise, I hope you've taken something away. If you can do me a favor, drop a comment sharing your aha. Doesn't matter, doesn't have to be big. It can be any size you want it to be. But drop a comment, share your aha, what you're taking away from this transmission, and I will respond to you afterwards. And if you have further questions, don't forget, drop your questions. So Dr. Miriam Sekandi here from the Break Free Zone. Remember, you are built for more. You are built for more. Take it up. Have a good rest of your weekend. Hope to see you tonight You need to stay up. I have stayed up for programs that I need to do at like 2 a.m. or I go to sleep and I wake up. So if you're interested and you know that you need to be there, you will be there, and I'll be waiting for you on the other side. Have a good time. Bye-bye.